I'm glad that you joined me today. I'm going to be using Tong Ren therapy today and focusing on um, fat loss, or because weight loss can be anything. You can cut your arm off and lose weight. So most people are what they're looking for is loss of unneeded fat or other fluids that might be puffing you out um, that aren't needed in your eyes. So we're kind of focused on that. And most of the time, I mean, this type of thing is very complicated because there's lots of different reasons that you would be having a problem. So this may not hit yours, but my expertise is in the energy and information that is what we use to create a physical expression. So we will be talking about the energy and the information. Everything that exists that you can hold, touch, feel was created with a thought first. So we can focus on the biochemistry of our bodies, we can focus on the internal organs and all the physical things. But if we don't get to the root cause, which is out in the fields of our body, what created this situation in the first place, then you're going to continue to struggle. So there's another video that works on more of the emotional things surrounding it. So I would go to that. Today I'm just going to be working purely with the energy and with the meridian systems and the Wato Jiaji points and a bunch of other things using the Tong Ren therapy method. If you have a measuring tape handy, I would measure your waist in a place that you can consistently measure yourself, and then afterwards measure again, because sometimes you'll do things and be like, well, that didn't work because I don't feel any different, when there can be actual changes going on, but because you didn't measure, you don't know the before and after. So always measure, always have some sort of guide to see where is it going. Now, I learned Tong Ren a number of years ago, and I use it in my practice, and I use it in my group sessions. You may not recognize it, or you may completely recognize it. I had an opportunity to go see the master creator of this therapy and learned a few little extra tips from him. But we focused on my weight then because, I am not a thin person. And in his office working with him, I lost 9 inches within 24 hours. That's all I did. Sit in a chair, let him do the therapy, which you'll see how simple it is. Now, the inches fluctuated over time, but I have not in 6 weeks returned to what I was. So it is quite effective, and every day is different, so your body adjusts to it. So with that being said, most everybody, and if I feel into you now, some of you are really good. Most people struggling with their weight or with any problem are low in life force energy. And I practice particular Qigong methods to increase that life force energy in me. But these are some simple exercises that you can do that will help cultivate life force energy. And it also just feels good. But these are just very simple ones that you can do. The first one we're going to do is stand with your feet about hip length apart, slight bend in your knee, kind of sit down into it. And this one is going to help activate the energy centers of the kidneys. So you're just going to let your arms be loose, and then you're just going to turn and hit your kidneys and the front in a very loose manner. And this will activate the lower dantian, the kidney meridian, perk up your energy. And this is something you can do at the grocery store, standing around, super easy, just to get some energy flowing. This is not a component of the ones I practice on a daily basis. If you want to learn those, you can contact me. Those are, there's several of them, with Pengu Shingon being the main one, and then the Phoenix Force exercise, the 8 fields Qigong, and the 12 senses Qigong. And I also enjoy the exercises and the Qigong style of Holden Qigong. And each has their purpose, and each will cultivate life force energy, some better than others. And the more you understand about that, about life force energy and cultivation, the more potent it will be. Okay, shake that out. Then we're just going to raise our arms up, breathe in and breathe out, about shoulder level. Breathe in and breathe out. And this is just a flow where you're breathing in the life force energy and exhaling and allowing the energy to flow through you. And if you can feel it in your hands as you're doing this, you can feel the resistance going up and pushing the energy down. When you get to that point, okay, and then we're going to take a big breath in and open our arms and breathe out and close our arms to center. And breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And this is the last one. It's a little bit more complicated, but you want to put your right hand on top and your left hand underneath, holding a chi ball. And you're going to push down on your right hand down as you bring your right one up. And then it's going to flip. You're going to push down with your left hand and bring your right one up. And this one is particularly good for the inches in your trunk as you're moving the energy through your body this way. Just breathe regular. And you may feel the chi activating in your hands, feel sensations through your body. Okay, shake it out and feel the sensations in your body. You might feel warmth, you might feel tinglies. That's the chi being activated. Take a deep breath rub your hands together. You can activate your arms and legs. All right. Now you can sit down. I will say standing. It's easier to do this. I am going to all that are here today and those that will be watching it. I'm going to entrain the molecules through quantum mechanics of all of you. The stall will represent you. I have some other things set up here representing your energy. And I am going to start breaking up the stagnant parts with my hammer. This may look really weird, but I have had miraculous experiences with this. You can message me later about the miracles that I have personally seen and the miracles of people that I know personally and can verify for them. I'm going to open up the top of the head, the crown, it's conception, or it's governing vessel 20 here at the top of the head. There are 12 cranial nerves that run from your head down into your body, the longest being the vagus nerve, which we will be activating. But this will open and activate all the nerves in your cranium and those that run down through your shoulders and chest, because that is a key to recovering from any type of illness or situation that we've got going on in our body. So we want to do this as percussiveness, breaking open activating all the nerves, sending information, receiving information that may have been blocked. So our body's not getting the information that it needs to fully operate, and makes it a little bit crazy. It really is all about the energy and information. If you have a cell phone or a computer, it is worthless if there is not energy and information there to activate the components. It's the same things with our body. And there is a lot about the physical body that can be broken. It can be traumatized through physical issues. You can, like a cell phone, you drop it in the toilet, it will keep working. Even if it has energy and information, when the components go bad, can't run the energy and information. But it was really a small thing that doesn't happen very often. If you have had a traumatic injury or illness, that can really mess up your internal system. And so knowing where to repair it and what information and energy needs to go to those places to repair it, because our body, unlike a computer, is self-healing if it has the proper energy and information. So we did some Qigong to cultivate the energy, getting the information out to it from a pure source, and help your body to start repairing any damage that was done physically. And a lot of damage can happen to our body just from living in today. The air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that we eat is not as pure as it used to be. And therefore, we can be full of toxins that will disrupt and corrode the internal physical parts, so that the energy and information has a hard time blocking it, or has a hard time because it's blocking it. But most of the time, the energy and information in the field, which is controlled by our thoughts and the energy surrounding us, you can address that. You're going to see a lot bigger changes happening. So, put down the arms. Your energy is low. You can either not have cultivated enough, or it's using up the energy given to you too quickly. And in Chinese medicine, that is stored in the triple burners. There's areas of our body not connected to an organ where energy is stored and used. If there's stuck places there, it can't flow properly. So it's there, but it's not getting proper attention. So we'll break that up. Opening up the flows of the triple warmer. So that when you cultivate energy, when you eat, when you walk, when you're in the sun, all the energy that your body can receive is directed and stored for use, and it's used efficiently and effectively. Open up the channels of the small intestines where neurotransmitters are made for good brain health. So the nerves in your brain can be activated but have the proper neurotransmitters to do the jobs that they need to do. Open up the stomach channel. Help with regulation of intake, capacity to hold what is taken in, and the discernment to know when to take things in and when not to, and of what quality. And open up that. Open up the spleen channel. It takes that food that you have ingested and disperses its nutrients. Chinese medicine, not Western medicine. We're talking energy here. It disperses, fortifies. It can be damaged, or the energy can be used up quickly when we overthink, when we worry. Even when we're studying good things, it still takes a toll on us and can affect our spleen. And in Western medicine, spleen is related to immunity. So they can be related. Overthinking, overstudying, overworrying, especially things that you can't control, will take a hit on your immunity. You want to break that up and open up that channel for free flow of energy and information, so your body has everything that it needs. liver channel has to do with anger and resentment. It does so many processes for us today to keep us from dying from the toxins that we experience, whether we smell it, touch it, or ingest it. It is a protective organ for us. Harmful things, dispose of them properly before it can cause us harm. So, the biggest organ that we have, it does so many processes each day on our behalf. It loves us so much that it never quits. Open that channel, unblock, break up fatty deposits that are in our livers that have been created for overindulgence, whether we consciously have or unconsciously have used our bodies emotionally, mentally, physically. Fatty liver, we're going to break up fat cells, usable fat cell or usable parts that can be circulated and moved out of our body, taking the burden off the liver. Thank the liver for all that it does for us and apologize to it for any abuse that we may have been contributed to that it saved us from. Making those fatty deposits. We're going to allow those to be broken up and easily, without harming the rest of the body, be released from the body. So move over to the spleen again, because in Chinese medicine, the spleen is connected to the pancreas. So I'm actually working on the pancreas, opening and unblocking that organ, especially if it is not producing insulin in the amounts that it needs to, or if it has been broken. We're going to activate those cells back online to produce what they need produce in order to keep our digestion and our energy within our body flowing. Go down to the molecular level. Molecular level of the pancreas and the hormones that it creates. I'm going to pair it with the energetic expression of medications used now, new ones, that help to balance blood sugar levels, training our body to make our own instead of needing an injection for that. Activating the cells that produce those markers and hormones in the proper balance. Now going to the kidneys. Kidneys act like carburetors of energy, yin and yang, opposites, going back and forth, producing energy. Oftentimes we can feel bloated, fat, when it's really just edema our body's storing fluid because the kidneys can't process the fluid in our body because of the toxic load that we put on it. They're injured through fear. Unless you've been in an accident or had a disease that actually physically damaged them, which diabetes does damage the kidneys. It's very hard on them. So blood sugar levels are very hard on your kidneys. And some people are just born with weaker kidneys. That's fine. So you just need to pay attention to them. Love them. Recognize when you go into a state of fear. Step back and don't let fear drain the kidneys or harm the kidneys. Anytime you feel anxious about something, that's a form of fear. Check yourself. Why am I afraid of that? Why is it causing me anxiety? Am I running into the future or am I living in the past? Because right now, those things don't exist. And if they do, you deal with it using the other organs, activate, and get out of the situation. You're also the seed of creation. So you can't create anything good from fear. It just can't happen. So to turn that into courage to move forward and to create the life, the body, the environment that you wish to live in, that is up to you. You can create through courage and activating the kidneys. That's why I did the one kidney exercise. Just turn them on and say, hey, I'm here. I love you. Thank you for what you've given me. Thank you for what you've created in my life. Body, respect and honor the sacredness of our bodies and how they were created with the organ systems meant to support and heal us. We just need to get out of our own way. And the opposite of the kidneys, or the starting point, is at the bottom of your foot. So going outside, grounding, touching the earth, allowing that to come up through the kidney channel, through the bottom of your foot, will strengthen your kidneys. Allowing that energy to flow between heaven and earth. We opened up the top of the head, which allows heaven to come in, the energies of heaven and the energies of earth to support us, to give us everything that we need. There's nothing that we are lacking. When we open up those channels for the energy to flow, then the flow happens, the energy happens, the information happens. Our body will take care of us. So you can be healthy and fluffy at the same time. And eventually, it's possible that the fluffiness may reduce as you're healthy, but it is not an ideal marker of your health. If you're concerned about how you look to other people, that is an ego thing. That's a whole different meditation and treatment. On the heart now, on the back channels, open them up. Open your heart to truly loving, being kind to yourself, being kind to others. Being kind and being nice are two different things. Being nice will often get you into problems where you'll compromise your own integrity. Being kind comes from the heart. In Chinese medicine, the heart plays a role of emperor or empress in your life. You may not, it does a lot, but it's more of a governing influence, disseminating information and energy to all the other parts so that they can do their job fully. Each heartbeat resonates with a sound, a frequency that gives information about your health and your status and what needs to be called into play to help keep you balanced and harmonized. And that field that sound creates extends beyond you about 6 feet. So when you are standing next to somebody or in very close proximity, you are actually becoming one as your heart fields are integrating with each other, and you can easily pick up things from them. It was designed that way. So if you don't know how to deal with that, there are ways to do that. It is not by separating ourselves, it is by engaging with others. And in that way, we can help each other. We can be a positive influence, even just energetically by our presence. And we may take on stuff. They will take on stuff. Hopefully it's positive. So when we think about people and we think in a negative way, or we complain, we are actually injuring other people by passing on those frequencies of discontent. And if we hold those in our body, it will disrupt the flow in our bodies, and it will be passed on to others around us. And they will wonder, why am I feeling so awful? So when you feel discontent with your life, check in with your heart, check in with the organs, and see how much they love you. Look at your life and see how much you have been blessed. Think of gratitude, thankfulness for everything that has been brought into your life and what it's been sent there to teach you. So yeah, I'm fluffy and it is teaching me something, a lesson that I needed to learn to be a kinder, more compassionate person so that I can purify my heart and be the best person I am. It's part of my journey. Will it last forever? I don't know. But I can love and appreciate what's been given to me and not hate it, not flinch at the mirror every time I walk by, not be disgusted with myself when I try on my favorite clothes and they don't fit anymore, or go into the store and there's nothing there for me to wear. Those feelings will keep the process going instead of loving it, asking it, what do I have to learn from this? Be grateful for a body that works so efficiently that it's showing the way to purification. Feeling pretty good now. Below, I am going to open up the spinal column, all the Wato Jiaji points that go down your back and are connected to every organ and system and nerve. The spine is very important. Right structure and support. It also main causeway of information flowing and being disseminated. If there's a blockage there, chiropractors have learned this on a mechanical level. They know that if you're adjusted, that there's better flow of energy. That's what's happening. But there's also other effective ways on opening these up. I have other videos for each individual point. You can watch if you happen to know that you have a slipped disc or a particular place. There's a particular place on my back that I have to be really careful with because it has been injured in the past. I have to be careful and delicate and nurturing to it. So that's an area that I focus on, that I understand what it's connected to, and then I find myself stressed by those issues. I need to be extra careful with that area, or those issues are going to cause it to be injured again. Oftentimes I will support it with magnets when I know that I'm going to be stepping into a difficult situation. Support it with other devices that I wear so that I can keep the energy flowing and it doesn't get stuck or challenged. I need it to flow the most. Last week I did a treatment with Shandong energy treatment. Highly effective. I'm going to build on that here with Tong Ren. And while opening up the spine, I'm going to use that maxim for highest purpose living. Take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason. Treat with courtesy. Act with emotion. And accomplish results. Go back to your midsection, across the liver, gallbladder, stomach, and spleen, and the pancreas is also included in that. It has to do with digestion and processing, not just food, but life itself, allowing things to flow and be processed properly in the proper order without binding up. Without speeding through the process, eliminating malnutrition. And there are lots of people that are overweight who are not malnourished because their body is trying to hold on to every ounce of everything that it can because their digestive system can't extract and do the processes that it needs to get all of the goodness out of the food that we eat or out of the life that we live. Yeah, back to contentment. Working on this midsection. If you practice Pangu Shandong, you'll notice that a lot across this midsection. I am sure there's a reason for that. It holds so much of our life and so so much of the unresolved emotions and traumas that we didn't know how to process, that we just shoved away because we didn't have time. We didn't know what to do because we were a child. And we just shove it away and pretend it doesn't exist until it starts bubbling up, calling for you to address this situation. Call that denial. You can call it immature emotions. They get stuck in our midsection, waiting for the time for us to interact with them, take care of them, process them, so that their job can be finished. Until we do that, it'll continue to build and cause problems within our body as that stagnation happens, oozes and makes your life really messy. Just drawn to the thyroid. This isn't into that much. It's part of the hormones. It's a big one. Often low thyroid is often found in fluffy people. But hormone dysregulation altogether is what is associated with fluffiness on a physical level. It's easier to move the energy around that than to try and physically balance the hormones. But recognize that if you're taking hormones, it can throw things into craziness. So if you are on birth control, it is doing stuff that you may not want to your body. Melatonin pills is a hormone. It may not be doing what you think it is. Vitamin D is related to hormones and it's actually hormone. So if you're taking supplements for it and not actually letting your body make it for you through sunshine, it could be setting you up for other issues. So get some sunshine. And yes, I know there's some people that it's harder for them to convert, especially from the Northern European areas. It's hard to convert the vitamin D into the necessary hormones. You just need more outdoor exposure. Activate the hormone production, the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus controls thirst, hunger, sex, those types of basic survival things through hormone production, activating the hormones and the processes that need to take place in there. So we will activate it and block any areas that are not fully functioning. Open the pineal gland. Greater intuition so that you can hear your body speak. You can hear the energies of heaven and earth speak and guide you. So that you can pick up and discern best practices pineal gland is damaged by fluoride. So most Americans have a less than active pineal gland just because most of our water has been fluoridated. What kid hasn't swallowed toothpaste? But it is what it is. You can spend thousands and thousands of dollars to change that around, or you can be grateful for the gift and heighten your energy and information to be able to exist in a situation that's less ideal. Instead of being afraid of it, concerned about it, be courageous to live in today's world. Be discerning. Be content. Find the beauty in everything around you. Because even with all the toxins, the environment, the mental environment, the social environment, we can still find beauty. The heavens have given us so much that even in the most desperate areas, you can find beautiful things. Find them, acknowledge them, take pictures of them, recognize them, and it will lighten your heart. It will free your energy, and allow you to feel joyful, even in the worst situations. All right. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to infuse you with a little bit of Pengu Shandong energy before we leave to soften the process. I hope I got things broken up in small enough pieces that it will flow easily from you. You might have some real reactions from this, and I'm sorry, but that is the only way through. Breaking it up can be painful, but once you go through that pain, you're through the pain and it's over and it's flushed out, and you will feel like you've never felt before.